Okay, stop everything you're doing right now. Because what just happened between Dylan Wang and Shen Yue has the entire internet losing its mind. And once you hear this, you're going to understand exactly why. If you are new here, subscribe right now because this channel covers every single thing happening with your favorite C-drama stars before anyone else does. And today's story? This is one you absolutely cannot miss. Let's go back to the moment that nobody saw coming. Not the fans, not the media, not even the people closest to them. Because Shen Yue, sweet, quiet, always composed Shen Yue, looked Dylan Wang dead in the eyes and said words that made this grown man freeze completely. We're talking full stop. No words. No reaction, just silence, and a face that told 1,000 stories in under 3 seconds. And the cameras caught all of it. Now you have to understand something before we get into the full breakdown of what happened. Dylan Wang and Shen Yue have spent years being the couple that everybody talks about but nobody can ever fully confirm. Every event, every interview, every accidental glance caught on camera, fans have been screaming about these two forever. The chemistry is undeniable. The history is undeniable. And the way Dylan looks at her when he thinks nobody is watching, absolutely undeniable. So when this moment happened, when Shen Yue dropped those words, the weight of everything, all the years, all the rumors, all the moments people said meant nothing, came crashing down at once. And Dylan Wang, a man who has stood in front of millions of fans, performed on massive stages, and handled some of the most intense public scrutiny in Chinese entertainment, could not say a single word. His jaw moved. Nothing came out. His eyes went wide. His hands, you could see them if you watched the footage carefully enough. His hands did this thing where they didn't know what to do with themselves. He looked left. He looked back at her. And then the most unbelievable expression crossed his face. Something that landed somewhere between shock, disbelief, and something that looked a lot like the kind of joy a person tries to hold in when they're standing in a room full of people and the news they just received is too enormous to process publicly. Because I'm pregnant is not just a sentence. It is not just words. It is a door opening. It is a before and an after. It is a kind of thing that, when said out loud, changes the entire temperature of a room. And watching Dylan Wang experience that change in real time, unfiltered, unscripted, with no PR team standing by to coach his expression, that is the kind of content that reminds you why you fell in love with following real human moments in the first place. Now here is where it gets even more interesting. Because the story behind how this moment happened, where it happened, who was around them when it happened, and what Shen Yue's full words actually were, that is an entire story on its own. The clip that has been spreading across every platform is only a few seconds long. But those few seconds are only the surface. Underneath, there is context that completely changes the way you see this moment. There are details that the quick edits and the reaction compilations are not showing you. And there are people who were there, actually there, who have been talking, and what they are saying adds a layer to this whole thing that has us absolutely floored. We need to talk about Shen Yue's face too. Because while everyone is focusing on Dylan, and rightfully so, that man's reaction is cinematic, Shen Yue's expression in the seconds after she said it is doing something just as powerful. She was watching him. She was waiting, and the way her eyes stayed locked on his face while he was processing everything, that was not the look of someone who said something casually. That was someone who knew exactly what those words would do. Someone who had been holding something big and had chosen that specific moment to let it go. There is intention in that look. There is history in that look. And there is something that, if you have ever been in a moment where you said something life-changing to someone who matters to you and waited to see how they would land, you will recognize immediately. This moment did not come out of nowhere. It is the product of a timeline that fans have been piecing together for months. The appearances that lined up a little too perfectly. The behind-the-scenes footage where their energy shifted in ways that were subtle but unmistakable to anyone who has followed them long enough. The industry insiders who dropped hints that something was happening privately that the public was not yet ready to know about. All of it, every piece, was pointing toward something. And now here we are. Dylan Wang is stunned. Shen Yue said what she said, and the internet is on fire. We're going to break down every single piece of this, the full uncut reaction, the background story, the people involved, the timeline, and everything the short clips are leaving out. Because if you are going to talk about this moment, you need the whole story, not the 30-second version, the real version, the version that actually makes sense of why this hit differently than anything else we have seen from these two. Stay with us, because it is all coming right now.